Hey everyone, back with another nighttime dressing gown video. So I was actually meant to add this on my Thursday or Friday night update video, but I forgot. So I thought I'd just make another short video now to add to what I wanted to include it in my in the Friday night video, and it was actually talking about more the nutrition side of things on the keto diet. So initially in my first video, I sort of said, I didn't want to go crazy trying to track everything. I thought I could just manage it simply enough by not eating things like rice, bread, oats, things that I knew obviously were high in carbs. But actually, as the time's sort of gone on and sort of been on this health journey for like a couple of months now, doing some specific diet like this, I think it really is important to read food labels and really understand what it is you're eating if you want to make like a positive change in your diet, because very, very quickly you can creep up on having too many carbs or not having enough protein. So my last few shorts, the focus of been has been on how I've been able to like eat over sort of 150 grams of protein a day without any supplements, because if you don't track it, it's actually quite hard to get to that level. I was having to eat sort of at least half a pound of ground beef, two chicken breasts, and then four eggs and some yogurt. Well, the yogurt doesn't really add any protein, but it's just something nice to have at the end of the day to feel like a dessert sort of thing. But normally or before that, the first sort of week, I was probably having, yeah, maybe I was having the half a pound of beef, but I'd probably only have like two chicken thighs and maybe one chicken breast. And that was actually only bringing me up to like about 115 grams of protein, which is not enough. It's not hitting that 2 grams per kg limit. So I did show how I'm tracking it. And of course, I am using ChatGPT as a very quick way to work out my protein levels. And then when I found out how much I needed to consume to get to that limit of at least 160 grams a day, obviously then it's quite easy. It's in your mind. If I eat two quarter pounders, two chicken breasts, and two chicken thighs, I know I'm going to get there, which is fine. But what is also something that you had to take note of is in the carbs. And with the carbs, that's why I call it the video carb creep, because very, very quickly, if you're not tracking it, you could creep up over the 50 grams per day. Now, on the keto diet, the maximum amount of carbs that you should take to ensure you're not using glycogen for energy is 50 grams in a day. But some people follow a more strict keto diet where they'll only have 20 grams in one day. So let's just say you want to keep it between 20 and 50, or you don't really want to get to the 50 mark. But I put in my food the other day, and I think for breakfast I had sort of the beef mince with some avocados, tomatoes, which I know are quite high in sugars, some spinach. I think I had like a grenade protein bar, and then I think for dinner I had some broccoli or some cauliflower, and that had already taken me to about 46 grams of carbohydrates. I'll put the meal in ChatGPT so it can, and put it on the screen at the end so you can see how many grams of carbs I actually consume that day. But yeah, really quickly, if you're not tracking it and not measuring, or not at least having a rough idea of what you're consuming, you're definitely going to come out of ketosis, because your carb level will start to creep up. And it sounds easy thinking, oh, okay, I'll just limit the starchy vegetables and but I can still have fruit. Well, in actual fact, a lot of fruit you can't have. People say kiwis are a good option, but if you have two kiwis, I think that's about 20 grams of carbs already. So you do really have to be careful and start learning and understanding what foods are low carbohydrate and which ones are potentially high carbohydrates, and that would push you over the edge if you keep consuming them. So yeah, that's all I wanted to give as an update on Saturday. But yeah, please like the video, share, and subscribe. So you can see here the screenshot from ChatGPT. So that day, on the screen you can see it's like 17.5 grams of carbs roughly. Uh, so yeah, I just want to emphasize how quickly, and if you're not careful, you could easily get over that 20-gram limit and start creeping up if you were not checking how many carbs you're having a day. So it is really important at least to have a rough check and know what it is that you are eating.